Hey everybody,
Hello,
welcome.
all you peepos.
It's today on day 3 of SpookyWeen. We got the Pencast podcast crew,
Yeah,
me and Vorp.
it me.
Mm. I want to try and see if I can co-commentate both Dark Moon and let's finish the first Luigi's Mansion,
Yeah,
and then let's see if we can get a little bit of Dark Moon before Vorp has to go to bed
yeah.
because he is not an night owl like myself.
Well, I would be a night owl if, my job allowed for it, but unfortunately I have to be up at like 8 a.m. every day.
That's so weird. Why would they make you do that at 8 a.m. for an internet job?
Well, because they want me to. For those who don't know, I do social media work, and because my boss wants to have posts up, like, at the ass crack of dawn, because a lot of the people I work for are like, professional types who, are up stupid early in the day and they want to see posts, as early as humanly possible.
Wait, they.
Which is I agree. It's kind of silly, but it's what the fucking job calls for. So I'm not exactly in a position to argue with it.
Gotta get the monies.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let's do the advertising, which I should have done already.
Yeah.
Spooky Ween Day 3. I already forgot if I called it Spooky Ween or Spoopy Ween. I'm already.
I can check.
Yeah, let me go to my.
Spooky Wing.
Okay, thank God. Professional types read as old people. Old people have a fetish for waking up in the morning. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking old people. Honestly, though, I chalk it up to old people having an existential crisis in their sleep, and they're like, I think I'm going to get up and do things as death looms over. All right, let's get Luigi started so that, the YouTube upload, people won't have to wait so long.
Okay.
Wow.
Let me know when you've started. Wait, can you do screen share on these individual calls?
Yes. Give
Okay.
me 1 second. I just gotta turn the damn game down. Sorry, YouTube people. This happens every fucking night.
Oh, it's
And
too loud.
yeah, Citra is, totally legitimate. 3DS is super
Well, you
loud.
you you own the game physically. You're allowed to emulate it.
Yeah, dumped it myself. No, I didn't. Yeah, I did.
I
Anyways,
mean, that's irrelevant. You own the game physically, so therefore, there shouldn't be an issue with using it in an emulator.
oh yeah. Um, so let's get started. Last time we were on Luigi's Mansion, I forgot. um, we caught a ghost or two after the blackout.
Yeah,
Last,
you said you were poring over the mansion to try to find the blue ghosts.
yep. The game was just wow, hiccups, fucking kicking my ass last night.
Yeah, the very slight input delay on the 3DS version really fucked you.
Come on. I'm trying to get my audio settings, but they won't pop up. There we go. Citra in full screen is not ideal. They really need to work more on this emulator.
Hmm. Oh, is there like stuttering when you have it on full screen?
No, it just takes full fucking control of my computer. And
Oh, I see.
all right, so let's remember to go into the settings, turn on Circle Pad. So yeah, today I had Vorp in. Yesterday I had Letter. Sorry if that seems inconsistent, but you know what? I'm glad I'm doing it the way I'm doing it now. I prefer it over how I was doing it when I first did the Penken Play series.
Where you just had a million people in it at the same time.
Yeah, and then people would just not talk about the game.
Well, speaking of, your first Pencast plays, when you were doing Paper Jam, rest in peace, Alpha Dream.
That Letter found that out and read that out loud in the middle of the stream last night. We were just like bummed out for the rest of the stream.
Yeah, fucking rip.
I'm still trying to determine if it was Alpha Dream's own fault for going bankrupt for choosing to stick with 3DS, or was it Nintendo fucking forcing them to stay?
I mean, who knows, frankly. We may not ever know if that was Alpha Dream's decision or, if it was Nintendo. But I mentioned it in chat the other night. Alpha Dream, regardless of whose decision it is, I can't imagine Alpha Dream was too keen on switching to Switch, because they were infamously, resistant to change. Like when they moved to 3DS, for Dream Team, they were, adamant about still keeping it, 2D sprites. Even if they were doing stereoscopic 3D, they still wanted all the characters to be 2D sprites because they had no experience in 3D, development. And so all the 3D shit in that game, they actually outsourced to a different developer entirely.
Yep, Letter mentioned that the other night.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like a case of just not getting with the times.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you could still...
And that could explain why they stuck with the 3DS for so long, because, after they finally seemed to get to grips with the new hardware, perhaps they were hesitant to move on to, the big, shiny HD machine.
What's annoying, too, is, like... Fucking... Come on, brain. They could have still did sprite work on the Switch.
Mm-hmm. I think it would have been really neat to get like a fully 2D sprite work game, because the only reason that the 3DS games utilized 3D at all was to justify it having stereoscopic 3D.
Mm-hmm.
If they were to develop games for a system that didn't have that stereoscopic 3D, one would have to imagine they'd probably just go all sprites. And I think a Mario RPG that's just sprite work could look really nice in HD.
Oh yeah. But now it might be a bit too late.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, right. I forgot to do the screen share for Vort.
Oh, yeah.
Boop. And bam.
Hey, I can see. This game looks pretty slick in HD.
Yeah, it does. Another reason why I couldn't have been able to do this on a regular 3DS is the way I have to stream regular 3DS is wirelessly, and the program that I use for it makes the bottom screen lag so bad in order to get the processing power for the top screen to at least run at 30 FPS.
Mm-hmm. Plus, if you were to stream this from your 3DS, you wouldn't be able to, comfortably use a dual stick setup.
Yeah. I did buy some new auxiliary cables and whatnot so that I can properly capture the audio on my 3DS.
Oh, good.
Ooh. Okay, so you saw that chunk right there. That's
that wasn't just on my end. That was actually like
the game. Because it was trying to load textures. Oh, this is the worst it's ever been.
Yeah, I'm seeing some real bad chunkiness.
That is... Wow. Oh my god, give me a break for a second. What the
Well, Citra's still a work in progress. I'd imagine they'll iron the kinks out of this emulator in time.
Wow, what is going on in this room?
You know what it is? It's the water. I'll bet the water is what's causing the emulator to chug.
Probably, yeah. Alright, it looks like it's finally stopped crying. God, if that water is doing this, I'm kind of afraid of the ice room next door. Bombs?
Oh, that's cute. I like how in the 3DS version, the little boo alarm is like a button on top of the Game Boy Horror.
Yeah.
So it's a really cute touch.
I like that you get to see the bottom screen of the Game Boy Horror, too.
Mm-hmm.
Son of a...
Now, does the sucking trick from the GameCube version still work in the 3DS version?
The sucking
Where you can sort of tap the suck button to make the boo stay in place?
I never done that, but what I used to do is this. Hold on. Oh, come on, Luigi. And then... ice... No!
Oh, that's I never knew you could do that. That is a good trick. Much like spinning.
Shit. Damn it. It doesn't work all the time, though, because eventually they gain momentum and get away from you. Come
also,
on.
I noticed they updated the boo models. Like, the boos actually look like modern Mario boos now.
Yep. But they still kept the Beezer,
yeah,
sped
the
up.
sped up Bowser laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Creepy Bowser's laugh.
Hey, my health is at the magic number.
And Luigi looks a bit better, too. Like, his model seems to have been improved.
Yeah, his,
He doesn't have that janky, like, grimace he did in the original.
and he also his own skin doesn't clip through his body anymore.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's a...
He still has the nose jiggle physics, that's good.
Oh, yeah. Have you not played, the remake?
No, I never got the remake.
Oh, wow.
Because I heard that it controlled like poo-poo.
Yeah.
I was going to get it because I liked the updated visuals. Like, a lot of the textures look a hell of a lot nicer than the GameCube one. But I was turned off because people said, oh yeah, the Circle Pad Pro, or the fucking...
The nipple.
nipple on the new 3DS controls like poop.
Mm-hmm. It's a...
apparently the best way to play it is with, like, an original 3DS with a Circle Pad Pro.
Mm-hmm. But that's, like, a slight pain in the ass because the Circle Pad Pro is so fucking enormous.
Oh yeah, it's like a fucking tumor on the side of your 3DS.
Unlike the fucking 32X.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, spook. Actually, come here, you're gonna give me health. Hell yeah. There we go. Were you able to hear me type there?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's good. At least it wasn't as... Oh!
I like the new texture on the doorknob.
Mm-hmm. Oh! Oh! Chunk.
Yeah, I just got a little bit of chunk.
It has to... Like I said, it's loading and caching textures. If I were to play this...
Is it pronounced cache or cache?
I've always been under the notion that if you pronounce it cache, you're a retard. Sorry.
I've heard it both ways. I was never sure.
Either way, cache texture sounds a bit more non-stupid. What else did I want to mention? Right. New headset. So now I'm gonna have a lot better quality streaming video games tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And from now on. I recommended this to Vort, but unfortunately, his Farnsworth glasses kind of prevent him from using this.
Yeah, headphones are fucking uncomfortable as shit on my big head because they press the arms of my glasses into my fucking temples.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Those like frozen brick textures look really fucking good. Like they really did go above and beyond to just make the texture work in this game look a hell of a lot nicer. I mean, I guess they kind of had to make up for the poopy 3DS resolution. You know, they figured, okay, if the game's gonna be in, like, 240p resolution, we may as well make the textures look good to compensate.
Not to mention that I couldn't even make out most of the textures in the original GameCube version because of how bad the texture resolution was.
Yeah, they were real muddy on the GameCube. But these textures look real nice and crisp.
Yeah, if you're looking for Luigi's Mansion with a couple of quality of life changes and don't care about controls too much, because the controls aren't bad, it's just they are not as good as the original GameCubes. They're just serviceable here.
Unless you have a Circle Pad Pro.
Well, even with the Circle Pad Pro, it's kind of garbo. Because I'm using an Xbox controller and like in the original game, you used to be able to go like on the control stick, and the ghost's health will go. But in this, it's like it jitters.
There's like a slight delay.
It jitters and stutters and cries and craps out, and I'm not even using my my new 3DS, so I know it's not my 3DS now. It's just the game. Fucking, I'm so done chasing booze. That's what.
100%.
Yeah. I always do whenever I run Luigi's Mansion. It's just the one. That one was 150 HP, but the ones that are 300 HP took up so much of the stream last night because they kept escaping me.
Yeah, if you're going 100%, like the latter third of the game is like 90% chasing down booze because they really backload the booze.
Okay, I can't rely on King Boo to fucking blow me upstairs, so I gotta walk up there. Oh!
Oh!
Shit! Oh yeah. Any boos in here? Oh! A boo managed to escape in here. Where are you, you little fucker? Also, honestly, as I was saying, if you want the authentic experience, do two things. Find an HD texture pack and emulate it on Dolphin. And if you want to go hardcore, get the European fucking ISO.
Because that has an updated extra mansion.
The hidden mansion in that game, because... oh, wow! Okay, I didn't know they could attack you. Hold on one sec, I gotta concentrate on getting this motherfucker. Come on, come on. You son of a bitch.
What an anus. Maybe this is sacrilege, but, like, I really prefer the boo fights in Dark Moon.
No,
I just fucking love grabbing their tongues and slinging them around.
No, I agree with you there. I don't like chasing them throughout the fucking mansion. Because then, when you find them, like, here he is, and then, oh... And then you have to deal with this bullshit.
Look out for the bomba. Wow. What an anus.
So, yeah. No. Dark Moon did it better. Honestly, there's only two things I can't stand about Dark Moon. EGAD's constant tutorial speak and constant calling you, and the mission structure.
Yeah, the mission structure is pretty balls. Like, the one, like, valid reason for the mission structure to exist is when the mansion changes midway through, like the one where you flood the mansion, and then all the, like, latter acts have a flooded mansion where the rooms are all different. Like, that's a valid reason for the mission structure, because then you can go to the earlier missions if you want to explore the mansion before it gets flooded. But, like... Every other instance, the missions are just unnecessary and, like, segment the game needlessly.
Yep. And where am I going? Alright, I gotta use the touchpad for this. Oh, I'm already going to Van Gogh's room. We might actually finish this and get the Dark Moon.
Hey.
If I, if I feel like it, I'll get the last two boos. But the way the game has been treating me tonight, I might just skip on the last two boos.
Do you get anything for 100%ing and getting all the boos?
You get a big fucking expensive gem.
That's right.
Which is meaningless in the end, because I already pretty much reached the threshold, but... You know... Kind of would like to get all of them. To satisfy...
Yeah, just for the sake of, satisfying your OCD.
Yeah. I'm dreading this fight. If the rest of the game, if the last few, like, 3 hours of the game has taught me anything, I'm gonna have a bad time here. The first half of the game I was...
Undertale reference?
No. Also, another thing I noticed about the Citra emulator, the shadows are all fucked.
Yeah, I noticed, like, when you were walking through that hallway, Luigi had, like, 2 shadows, and, like, one of them was way above him.
Yeah, aside from a couple of hiccups here, this is running excellently. Oh, boy. Gotchas! Alright, good start. Also, I really like the strobe bulb in, the original Mansion for 3... Like, if you're gonna play this on 3DS, pick the strobe bulb. The controls are kind of assy, and you wind up accidentally hitting them with your flashlight prematurely because of the controls. So you want to just use the strobe bulb to, like, perfectly time your,
Oh, yeah, I forgot they added the strobe bulb.
Oh, there I go. But yeah, the first half of the game I was doing great, and then just, bam, suck city.
And didn't they make the Hidden Mansion, like, way harder in the 3DS version?
Yeah, only because they didn't give you the extra vacuum power that you get in, what do you call it? The Hidden Mansion on GameCube, yeah. Because in the GameCube version, it doubles the power.
And they also don't let you, like, heal, right?
They let you heal, but good luck finding health.
Yeah, because the ghosts don't drop hearts. Like, the only way to heal is to talk to Toad, yeah?
No, the, Toad only heals you in the regular mode.
Oh, wow.
In the Hidden Mansion mode, Toad doesn't heal you, and if you have to get combos on ghosts to get hearts, so, like, getting 2 at a time, and only one of them will drop a heart, and it's a fucking measly heart.
Oh, joy.
I appreciate the challenge, I just don't appreciate the shitty control. Oh, fuck off. I don't appreciate the shitty controls. So, yeah, honestly, after this playthrough, I've kind of realized, just play it on an emulator.
Yeah, just play GameCube version on emulator.
This really should have just been on the Switch and had better controls.
Yep. The updated textures are nice, and, like, the updated models and the strobe bulb, like, that's all great. And, of course, you know, Luigi. But, yeah, the GameCube version just plays nicer, and it's easier to, you know, it's easier to get it running in HD, and it's just generally the better way to go.
Not to mention, Luigi's useless in the game, in the 3DS version, because the network connectivity, even when you're right next to someone in this game, is garbage.
Oh.
I played it with my brother, and he was lag city.
Did he have his own cartridge, or were you doing, like, download play?
Download play, but I can't.
I heard that's an issue with the download play. Apparently, it's better if you both have a cartridge, but, like, when are you going to be in a scenario where you both have a cartridge?
Not to mention, I looked it up, and some people have reported it's not that much better. Regardless, it shouldn't. Just make this a fucking Switch game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like creations.
Yeah, this was that brief period where Nintendo was still desperately pushing the 3DS, even when it was already obvious that the Switch had overtaken it. I was actually reading in an article. Apparently, an insider was speaking with people who are familiar with the whole Alpha Dream situation, and he said apparently the fucking Bowser's Inside Story remake sold so poorly that Nintendo just canceled all the 3DS projects it had going at that point. Like, they're like, oh wow, none of these are gonna make any money. It's better to fucking cut them off now. You know, fucking cut our losses.
They should have just moved them over to fucking Switch. It would have looked better too. There's so many 3DS games that actually can look amazing.
Oh yeah.
They always fucking switch on me as soon as... There we go. I wonder if any of the other boos are in this room. Come on. No, no. No, no. You stay here. No.
Like, as soon as Citra gets to a point where it can emulate Kid Icarus Uprising, you know, decently, because apparently that's a game that it really struggles with. As soon as it can run that decently, I cannot wait to see Kid Icarus Uprising, like, in proper HD.
And with proper controls, maybe.
Yeah, I really hope that someone can make, like, I don't know, an app or something, like they did with Mario 64 DS, to just let you play it with, like, proper dual stick controls.
And even then, I wouldn't mind playing it with, like, keyboard and mouse.
Oh yeah, keyboard and mouse could be good.
It would be a lot more precise to aim, too.
Mm-hmm.
Than fucking around with your... breaking your wrist on the touchscreen.
Mm-hmm. Because that is that game's greatest fault, is that just the hardware it was made on, the controls are just uncomfortable.
And then they're like, hey, put it... fucking anchor it to this fucking... stand. Well...
Yeah, the controls are so uncomfortable, they had to ship it with a fucking stand so that you wouldn't strain your wrists holding it.
But that only defeated the purpose of the portability of the 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see... Shit.
Although that game did look gorgeous in stereoscopic 3D.
Mm-hmm. Alright, guys.
It ran surprisingly well, too. Like, the frame rate stayed pretty consistent, even in 3D.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you have a map right there.
I am an idiot. I said this before, Vorp, on the stream. Streaming video games makes you 25% worse playing them.
Oh yeah, because you gotta focus on maintaining conversation while you're playing.
Da, 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 da. Alright, let's... Oh, hello.
You know, I wonder if anyone's, like, just dumped the textures from this game so that they could, like, just make a texture pack for the GameCube version with all the 3DS textures.
That would be a lot more work than it'd be worth, because you would have to constantly focus on resizing shit, I imagine.
That's true, yeah. Well, not really, actually, because the nice thing about Dolphin is that you can import textures of any size.
Huh.
Like, so even if the texture is smaller than it was on, you know, in the original game, the Dolphin will just automatically resize it.
That's cool. Wait, there was no ghost in there, right? Yeah.
I think so.
There's no ghost. Here we go, guys. There's only 2 left. I'd be dumb to not get them. And
If only you had a Boo amiibo right now, you could just fucking plop it on there and it would tell you where the ghost is.
you know what's sad is they are implementing the NFC feature that Simu has, where it's a Citra, yeah, where you just pump in the NFC code and it registers as if you actually put it in Amiibo.
Can you do that now, or is that like an upcoming feature?
Not only is it probably an upcoming feature, it's probably going to take more time because I have to fucking look up.
True.
I have to look up the dumped NFC code for the Boo Amiibo.
That fucking Jaguar rug looks so much better than it did on GameCube. I remember on GameCube it just looked like a fucking JPEG splorch.
I didn't even know what it was. I never knew they were Jaguars until I got older. When my brain was able to kind of figure
process what the JPEG mess is supposed to be.
Yeah. All right, let's look in Granny's room.
Look through Granny's panties.
That's gross. The Boos never go in the bathrooms, but I'm gonna just check anyways, just in case.
You'll miss the panty raid.
Also, I love how there's 2 bathrooms right next to each other.
Oh yeah, what if one's occupied?
Go downstairs. There's more bathrooms downstairs. Well, I mean, to be fair, that'd be a long run to the bathroom. You know, I remember being a kid and always wanting a mansion, and then as I get older, I'm like, it's just a lot of walking. That's a lot of walking to get to a room that you need money to fill up. Also, haha, funny joke, I never knew that treadmill was usable. I've said this like 3 times on stream, but yeah. Just want to let you know. Oh, this is gonna be one of those.
It's been one of those days. Yeah, look at that. Look at that hover shadow above you.
Yep. Not in the billiard room. Not in the projection room.
It's a projector.
It's a projector.
It's a projector. I knew it. Yes.
Fuck. Please, game. They're not in the bathroom. I know that.
Cleaning your bathroom. Refresh your refill.
Run, 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 run. Are they in the dining room? Luigi's run is a little weird. I mean, it's better than how he runs the GameCube, because he just runs like a fucking third grader.
Yeah. It was also weird in GameCube because, like, his bottom half would run, like, separate from his top half. Like, they were just two completely separate 3D models.
Yeah!
Like, his top half would just, like, swivel completely separately from it.
I used to actually try and twist Luigi's body and contort it so that, like, one half would be facing one way and the other the other.
Mm-hmm.
In here, maybe? Game, please. I just wanna move on.
Just move past and heal. Oh, there you go.
Okay, that cheered me up. That was dumb. He's scooting.
Scoot the burbs.
Oh, I love it. It looks like he's having an anal fucking
evacuation.
Thank you.
Like he's trying not to let his shit drip down his pants leg.
What? I never cleared this room? Hello. Well, I probably found one of the booze. Oh, let's kill that.
You know, I never knew you could kill the fake doors. I never knew that.
Yeah, you set them on fire, and you get an achievement for it in this game.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, what? Can you guys give me 1 second? Pause.
Okay. Pin will be back momentarily. There's a girl with a crown and a scepter.
Okay, problem solved.
Oh, what happened?
There was a mosquito the size of 2 of my fists on the wall.
Oh my god. Are you sure that wasn't like a mud dauber or something?
Is that what it might have been? I don't know.
Mud daubers just look like giant mosquitoes.
Mud dauber. Alright. What do? Do they bite?
They sting.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That thing was humongous, by the way.
Oh yeah, mud daubers are big.
I wish you didn't tell me that, because now I'm panicking, even though I already killed it.
Did you not kill it? Oh.
I killed it, but now I'm like, I could have gotten stung.
Oh, that's right, you're allergic.
Yeah. You know what? Let's Google this right now, and I'll show the stream. Mud dauber. No.
Yeah, mud daubers eat wasps. They're like the natural predators of wasps.
No, it didn't look anything like a wasp.
No, it wasn't that?
No, it looked like a giant mosquito.
Let's
see. Giant mosquito-looking bug. There it is.
Oh, mosquito hawk.
Yep, that's what it was. Let's see what it's called.
Yeah, mosquito hawk.
Reports of adult crane flies biting or stinging. They do neither. Crane fly, it seems to be called.
Yeah, I think mosquito hawk is the colloquial name. I think they eat mosquitoes.
Interesting, but also horrifying. Yeah, chat, this is what it looked like. Shit. Hold on. Try to see if I could do a... Damn it. Looks like OBS doesn't do that. Because I know that's what Vinny does, is he clicks and drags images over to the screen of the preview screen for XSplit. You know what? Fuck it. You don't need to see this. It's gross.
Just Google it.
Just Google gross bug. I'm losing my will to live. No, I'm not. Just, wow. Brain farting. Cannot maintain function. There we go. Fuck off, boo. Also, by the way, if you've noticed, Luigi's shadow, in a lot of cases, doesn't have the poltergust on it.
Oh, yeah.
Fun fact, that's not a Citra issue.
Was that the case in the GameCube version, too?
No, that's a case in the fucking 3DS version. I distinctly remember that, unless I'm having a Mandela effect again. Bitch.
Also, fun fact about mud daubers, just on the topic. Apparently, they're a known problem with airplanes because mud dauber nests. They make their like tube-shaped nests in whatever holes they can find, and it just so happens that jet engines are the perfect size and shape for mud dauber nests.
Damn! Oh, I did it!
Hey, look at that! So, there have been, reported airplane crashes because fucking mud daubers decided to make their nests in the jet engines.
That's disgusting. Also,
Yep.
all the boos have been captured. I can honestly say that I didn't expect you to get them all. You really are a true boo master. Now all you need to do is get your brother back. I'm sure you'll be just fine. But be careful all the same. Okay, now send me the boo and all the data you got. You know what would have been an interesting feature for them to implement is, the more boos that are left in the mansion, the stronger and more hard the final boss would be. Kind of like with...
That would have been a cool feature, yeah. Kind of like,
Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, kind of like Breath of the Wild with the champions.
Because, yeah, if you don't beat all the bosses in Breath of the Wild, whatever ones you didn't defeat, and that could be up to all of them, will appear during the final Ganon fight.
Yep.
And you have to fucking... It's an endurance match.
Mm-hmm. Plus, in addition to that, they also, chip away... The more champions you have, they chip away at, Ganon's health.
Mm-hmm. Because Ganon takes for fucking ever to kill.
Yup.
And, as you may remember, the fucking, whatchamacallit? the durability of the weapons are garbage in Breath of the Wild. So good luck fighting them. You'll have to like bomb your way through.
Mm-hmm. The new ukulele game is actually doing something similar, where you can go to the final stage at any point, but the more bees you've rescued, the easier the final stage becomes.
I don't want to shit on it entirely. I've been having this attitude of, oh, fuck the new ukulele. They've been burned once, I won't be burned again. But I don't ever want a game to do bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be interested to see if this would actually do good.
I hope it's good. Like, I'm not getting my hopes up because, yeah, like you said, the first one wasn't phenomenal. But if it's good, you know, I'll be pleased. You know, I'd like for them to succeed.
Mm-hmm. Also, fun fact, there's these candles right here that you can actually interact with and get money.
Oh, I never knew that.
But you have to be extraordinarily careful, because if you even step a centimeter past them,
you trigger the cutscene.
You trigger the cutscene and it's ogre.
It's not ogre yet. Oh, and a sapphire even. Look at that.
Da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Let's see if I can... Triggered it. Whatever. Here we go, guys. The grand finale. Time to fucking decapitate Bowser.
King Boo is very triggered. Mario seems to be missing that, like, that weird paint effect he had in the GameCube version.
It's there. It's just nowhere near as noticeable.
Yeah, it's more subdued. I guess the 3DS couldn't quite handle that.
I must have a Luigi painting as well, that my gallery will truly be complete. Also, why is Mario able to move, but all the ghosts in their portraits are just frozen?
I don't know. I guess because Mario was magically imprisoned, and the other ghosts were technologically imprisoned?
That's stupid. This actually scared the crap out of me when I was a kid when I got here. Cause
this whole game scared the crap out of me. I was kind of a pussy as a kid.
Well, like, I remember, what do you call it? I was telling Letter yesterday that, I used to have a counselor. And she would ask me all the time, oh, what new game are you playing? What are you doing? This, that, and the other. And I'm like, oh, I got this new Luigi game. And then when I got to the part where I explained the fucking fact that Bowser gets decapitated, she flipped and was like, what? Are you sure you're not on, like, one of those websites or whatever? And then I showed her the actual game at, like, I, like, took a picture. And she was just like, what is this rated? Like, that was such a interesting move that Miyamoto allowed.
I mean, there's also the fact that, like, the fortune teller implies that Bowser's supposed to be dead?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I always thought that was weird. I was like, is this supposed to be, like, at the end of the Mario timeline or something? But, maybe it was just poor wording. Maybe it was just meant to suggest, you know, oh, he's been defeated and now he's in hiding or something.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, when I was a kid, I always took it as, like, oh, okay, Bowser's supposed to be dead.
And then this kind of, like, doesn't help.
Yeah, exactly. Then you see this, you know, fucking...
Dollar-hand Bowser.
Exactly, yeah.
That's the proper...
Yeah, when I was a kid, I assumed this was, like, King Boo traipsing around in Bowser's corpse or something. I mean, I'm sure it's just meant to be, like, a suit, but... You know, when you're a kid, your fucking imagination goes all over the place.
Now, Bowser isn't in Dark Moon at all, right? I
don't believe so, no.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I guess as far as we know, Luigi's Mansion could be at the end of the Mario timeline.
No, because, Mario Luigi Superstar Saga.
Oh, that's right, because that game implies that the events of Luigi Mansion have already happened.
I mean, Bowser could have always been revived, I guess.
That's true. It's not like he hasn't, you know, it's not like death has ever stopped him before.
Mm-hmm. Ah! I mean, the son of a bitch falls in lava, for God's sakes. And has been And he's a boner in fucking 3D land.
Yup, he's had the fucking flesh stripped off of his bones. And he still comes back.
Come on, Beezer. Bend over. Gotcha. Oh, look at the air on the fucking poltergeist.
Oh yeah,
It was stuck. Also, look at Bowser's eyes. They're soulless.
God, I never noticed that. Yeah, he loses his pupils.
He didn't.
Is that in the GameCube version, or is that?
No, that was actually. They made him even creepier in the fucking 3DS version.
Jeez.
By the way, when I said Dullahan, that's the actual pronunciation for, you know, headless people, right? The headless girls.
I always called it Dullahan, but maybe it's Dullahan. I don't know.
All right. This might be the. Also, they made his belly bulge.
Oh yeah.
When
it didn't do that in the GameCube one, did it?
they didn't have the polygons for it. Goodbye, King Boo. I also love that I finished that with Luigi doing a spin. Also, another thing I want to mention. I mentioned this on the first episode of this stream. I don't like how unexpressive Luigi is in this game. It's like the GameCube was excusable, not excusable in a remake. I would have hoped that they would have like saw Dark Moon and said, "Hey, let's make Luigi a bit more expressive or have a little bit more personality than."
Yeah, and instead he just kind of has like 3 expressions. He has like the mute expression, the expression where he does that big grimace, and the expression where he has a big smile.
I wish they released the time limit mode that was part of the original beta for Luigi's Mansion. Because the original Luigi's Mansion, you had about 6 to 12 hours to beat the game, and by the time it's dawn, if you didn't save Mario by the time it's dawn,
You get that creepy game over thing with Luigi looking all sad.
Yeah, and you have to start from the beginning.
Oh.
I wouldn't want that to be the main game, but I would love for that to be a side fucking game mode.
Or even, like, you know, let you challenge yourself by, like, setting whatever time limit you want. You know, if you wanted to, like, really go for a challenge run.
I'd be able to do it. I successfully beat this in just under 4.5 hours. Just over 4.5 hours, excuse me. So, bam. By the way, we can now successfully cross off Luigi's Mansion from the list. It has been beaten. And I think this also marks the first time I've ever beaten the game on stream. Like, done it from start to finish. Go me. There's King Boo. There's Boy. There's Curly Girly. There's Lad. Fart. Mistakes.
Into miracles.
I also never knew that Egad was Koji Kondo. I found that out yesterday.
I mean, Koji Kondo voices a lot of fucking characters.
I don't know. I never imagined someone like him doing a noise.
Oh, he also does Yoshi.
No, he doesn't. That's someone else.
Oh, right. That's Kazumi Totaka. I'm a dummy. Why did I think Kazumi Totaka voiced Egad?
This is another thing we brought up yesterday. I got all 23 ghosts. Bum bum. Let's jump to the list. And I am crossing off the Luigi's Mansion. Shit. Yeah, 59...
Egad was voiced by Kazumi Totaka.
Oh.
Yeah,
you guys all lied to me.
Yeah. No, he's voiced by the same guy who does Yoshi and KK Slider.
Kaiju lied to me. Letter lied to me. Everyone lied to me. I am fed up with this world. 116 million G.
Kaiju says he didn't. He called you a knoblet.
Oh, well, you probably didn't say anything while I was looking at the chat. They also changed Mario's pose. Well, not here, but beforehand. He was doing his...
Yeah, I noticed that. He had, like, different poses on each squash.
He was doing his Wahoo pose. Good streamers, look at the chat, you fuck. I did look at the chat. I don't remember seeing you say that. Yeah, I only remember you saying Totaka was Yoshi, not Egad. You said Totaka was not Egad. And Letter then followed that up with, yeah, no, that's Koji Kondo. Welcome to Drama Alert. Mario's such a stupid asshole. Did they make the end credits unskippable? They did.
Of course, it's Nintendo.
Alright, yep, I'm not gonna stick around for the credits. We already saw my score. So now, what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to end the stream for a minute, and then restart it with, to prep it for Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Yay! Alright. Thank you all for watching my fucking Luigi's Mansion playthrough, and...
Luigi.
Oh yeah. I hope to see you all for Dark Moon. If you're in the Twitch chat, that'll be immediately. If you're on YouTube, then, you know, that's whenever you feel like watching it. So, here we go. Goodbye, Mario.